Hello there and welcome back to the channel where today, after a few weeks of a break, we are back with some news videos, and today we have the strategy game news. So without any further ado, let's get right into today's strategy news. Firstly, we have a game brought to my attention by a commenter with Under Domain, the Alien Invasion Simulator. Under Domain sees you create a methodical and carefully thought out plan for an alien invasion against our lovely little planet of Earth. The game sees you influence human evolution through their technologies, inserting agents, murdering humans, mind control of humans, abduction of humans, and spreading viruses through humans. Does that last one sound familiar, guys? Anyway, Under Domain follows human history from the 1900s to the year of 2020. The gameplay is staged in such a way that each turn in the game gives you 10 movements. Each of these movements is an entire Earth year. So you basically have as many moves as there are years between 1900 and 2020. Which I could do the maths on, but I'm not going to. I find the concept of strategically and carefully planning and plotting an alien invasion against us, ourselves essentially, it's incredibly intriguing, and I hopefully hope that you will find it intriguing too. Next, we have the recent release of Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is a game which focuses on hacking in a more unrealistic manner, I must stress. You take control of an elite global team of hackers, intercepting communications between corporations, governments, and criminals from all around the world. As you acquire more and more information, you can choose whether to use this information to protect humanity and exploit it for your own good fortune. Every choice you make will have its own specific string of consequences and ripple impacts throughout the game world. And to make matters worse, you aren't the only hacker in the world. Funnily enough, other people chose to go to school. Others can use your own skills against you and ruin you and whatever aim you choose to pursue for good. If you're into the kind of hacking kind of stuff, if you look at the movies and go, oh, that looks cool, but I don't know how to do it, maybe this is a game for you. Citystate was a fairly popular release a few years back, with many enjoying the substantial amount of mechanics and features the game had to offer. The developer is capitalizing on this popularity with a sequel named, unsurprisingly, Citystate 2. The Steam page was released mere hours ago as I type this, and details of many of the upcoming features are yet to be announced, but city building is back with roads, building zones, services, and public buildings all at your disposal. You'll again have control over political and economical issues with a series of 50 available in-game policies for you to include. This would summarize stuff like social benefits, freedom rights, religion rights, and trade policies alongside a few others. You'll have substantial control over the growth of your population as well, with control, for example, for immigration as well, giving you the ability to filter immigrants by education level and geographical origin to select which you would like to take in, essentially. The developer does stress that the game is for mature audiences, featuring mature political topics as well. The game hopes to release in 2021. Alongside the recent release of Pro Cycling Manager 2020, we have the upcoming release of the Tour de France 2020 game. Tour de France 2020 allows you to play as a cyclist in, well, the big epic cycling event that is the Tour de France. The game will include all 21 stages of the official event. The game claims to be redesigned as well, with more realistic gameplay progression systems, including time trials, stamina management, riding position, and a few other management controls to change the aerodynamic effects that your cyclists will produce. For the first time, you will get a first-person point of view, and a series of more detailed and in-depth surroundings will be essentially put into these 21 courses and their backdrops. For a fan of cycling, I would imagine the Tour de France Simulator 2020 will be a very good choice for you to keep your eyes on. Imperious Greek Wars is a turn-based strategy game set, funnily enough, in the historical Greek time setting. The game begins in 359 BC, where Philip II takes the throne. Philip is a ambitious old man, and vies to become the leader of the entirety of Greece, a dream which he will follow until his untimely death. As you pursue this epic goal, you will have to manage not only your country day to day, but also your economy and your military, leading your grand military victories to take more land and more people under your control. As you continue with this goal, you encounter much of the historical gameplay details which are included in the game, alongside these stories and tales of myths that legends have time gone by. Imperious Greek Wars is going to be released on the 30th of July 2020 at the end of this month. Manor Lords is an upcoming medieval strategy game for PC, which combines organic and realistic city-building mechanics with large-scale strategic battle simulations. The city building within Manor Lords provides a gridless and organic experience, giving you the freedom to place, rotate, and basically move around any item at your discretion. You can do this in order to create a realistic medieval village, all while keeping a historically inspired gameplay progression and experience for you. As you build up your humble little village, you'll have to focus on defending yourself from the outside world, from disease, from famine, and from stronger opponents which are outside of your walls. Training your troops and creating a strategic and effective battle plan will be key to accomplish long-term success for you and for your followers. Manor Lords will release at some point in the fall of 2020. Our next game today is Gladiator Guild Manager. Gladiator Guild Manager Prologue, to be exact. Gladiator Guild Manager is a battle strategy management game which focuses on managing your very own gladiator guild. You'll find yourself hiring gladiators for your guild, training members with new and unique tactics and skills to overcome your series of opponents. Managing a long list of resources to maintain and support your guild, competing in arena events to level up and gain higher ranks, alongside many more tasks and features for you to work your way through. As you play, you'll find that each gladiator available has a series of strengths, weaknesses, unique behaviors, and abilities that are attributed uniquely to each and every one of them. These statistics will have a large impact on the training and overall battle skill of your guild members, and may improve or hamper your progress throughout the game. Gladiator Guild Manager Prologue releases again, like many other games, on the 31st of July this month. The incredibly popular Dungeons 3 has recently come out with a complete collection, featuring the base game and 7 DLCs alongside the many updates the game has received in the past. Dungeons 3 is a strategy game which sees you play as a dungeon manager, allowing you to command a force of evil and compete in 20 single-player campaign missions alongside randomly generated levels. You just need to look at the near 10,000 very positive reviews on Steam that can prove that it is a damn good game. Our next game today is Gallic Wars, a battle simulation game. Again, for today, this game is based on Roman times. Again, yeah. It sees you become the commander of Gallic warriors in order to destroy the Roman Empire through your strength and strategic smarts. In the game, the characters called Gauls are what is called your warrior. They are powerful little dudes who are battle-hardened, apparently, and ready to support you in battle, featuring berserkers, archers, and spearmen classes. They'll be up against the Romans, of course, said to be soft and weak, but having much strength in their numbers. They will feature swordsmen, spearmen, and archer subclasses as well. All in all, it looks like a cute but difficult little battle game for all to enjoy, and it hoped to release at some point in 2020. Terminal Protocol is a cyberpunk-based, turn-based strategy game, getting its inspiration from the XCOM series. The game sees you become a hacker as you unleash viruses into an online cyberspace battle as you overcome corporate layers of cyber defenses to unleash havoc on the corporate world. The game's main features are listed as an in-depth tactical combat system, manual aim mechanics to direct the damage of your virus, a series of in-depth gameplay features to manipulate your enemies, and many, many more. It will also feature a Cyberpunk story and a series of diverse Cyberpunk-based missions. The game hopes to release in Q1 of 2021. Our final strategy game this month is Blood of Steel. Blood of Steel is an online multiplayer PvP game featuring a series of iconic heroes from throughout world history. Blood of Steel features a list of warfare tactics that you can utilize in battle to organize your troop power and defeat your enemies. As you learn of more and more warfare maneuvers and tactics to get the one-up on your enemies, you can take part in bigger and better PvP battles in not only troop legion-based warfare, but one-on-one duels as well with fellow players. The game will feature a wide variety of in-game maps for you to battle your way through in different landscapes and in different weather settings as well. All in all, Blood of Steel seems like a fairly in-depth and enjoyable multiplayer-based strategic game. It has no current release date, however. And that is it. That was the strategy news for today. Hopefully you found a game that you've never heard of before, and that'll be good. But until next time, cheerio.